Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Sunday service of Now Creations. The weather is a little dreary here today, but not the spirit within us. It's always the spirit within us that elevates us, that raises us up. So important to know that the power within us is always greater than whatever is happening outside of us. We'll be focusing on that power here today. Just a couple of announcements. First of all, our Sunday evening, we'll be having our topical conversation tonight from 6 to 7:30 p.m. It'll be on the family, our family and God's family. I certainly welcome you to join us. And then on Monday evening, we have our Monday night meditation. Again, I can't stress how important it is to be in the awareness of the soul and allow the soul to be directive of our everyday living. Please join us if you're able to do so. My dear friends, one of the main focal points that we have stressed over the past few years is the phrase, moving it forward. We know how easy it is to get trapped in the past, or worse yet, to get trapped in complacency, where things are going okay, but the juice of life, the enthusiasm of life seems to be missing. So in today's teaching, I want to add that vital aspect of moving it forward in the teaching entitled A Pivotal Reality, creating a reality around which your life is elevated, as well as elevating the lives and the situations that are around you. I will begin by, first of all, defining what I mean by a pivotal reality, suggest to you the twofold picture of this pivotal reality, and then explain three of its main features. Let's begin. By creating a pivotal reality, I mean developing a clear guideline as to how you will proceed into your future. It is quite clear that many of us have achieved a much greater freedom in life. We're not quite so limited by time, relationships, and money. We are freer, both externally and internally. While this freedom has relieved some of the pressures in life, it has also raised a new question for us. The question being, now that you are freer, what are you looking for? What are you looking for as you enter the next phase of your life? It's a good question, one that many of us, I think, are trying to answer fully and happily. It is precisely the answer to this question that is the topic of today's teaching. By and large, it'll simply say, what is the pivotal reality of your life going forward? What will be the pivotal reality, the central idea, your view of life that will guide you in going forward? May I suggest a twofold answer to this question? What will be my pivotal reality of life going forward? But first, a further comment about what a pivotal reality is. A pivotal reality is your view of life. It's the way that you enter every aspect of your life, from the quality of your relationships to how you cook your meals. The pivotal reality is how you go about what you are doing. The pivotal reality clearly distinguishes what you are doing with the way, the energy with which you are doing it. Thus, with this brief definition of a pivotal reality, may I now suggest to you this twofold view of life. Again, you might want to take some notes. The first aspect of your pivotal reality, I suggest, is your progression into the greater light of God. your progression into the greater illumination of the mind of God, your progression into the greater knowing of what the God Spirit has in mind for you in your spirit, the progression into the greater understanding of how your daily living is a participation in the unfolding of the plan of God. You probably are surprised at how much you have grown. We all have. You probably are surprised, and happily so, that your life is no longer about simply the little you. You probably are delighted that you now have a greater internal conscious light that illumines your life. You have made the shift from the little you to the light. You have consciously devoted yourself to understanding the presence of the Holy Spirit within you as the animating force of your life. You have accepted the guidance of the God Spirit as your spirit. This is your pivotal reality. I want to express it again. You have consciously devoted yourself to the understanding of the presence of the Holy Spirit within you as the animating force of your life. You have accepted the guidance of the God Spirit as your spirit. This is your pivotal reality. And without being boastful or arrogant, you understand that you, along with the great figures of history, that you have become a light in the world. You realize that you have what the world needs: kindness, love, understanding, goodness. You have what the world needs. And you are not deterred in generously extending your light into the world. You are progressing into greater light with the attendant joy and happiness that has been characterized by the great beings of light for centuries. You are undertaking your place as a conscious being of light. You are now taking your place as a conscious being of light. This, I suggest, is the first aspect of your pivotal reality as you move into the future. Now, the second aspect. The second aspect, while familiar in words, is even bigger. The words, the second aspect, are simply bringing heaven to earth, or as I like to express it, bringing awareness to the planet. Let me explain further. In the Lord's Prayer, when Jesus said, "Pray that God's kingdom be done on earth as it is in heaven," he was not saying, well, wouldn't that be nice if that would happen? He was not hoping for a Pollyanna dream that would never occur. Rather, he was expressing the whole purpose of creation. You are beginning to know the plan of creation, and you are beginning to live the plan of creation, the purpose of God. The plan of creation is to bring the light into the dimensional fields of existence wherever we are presently manifesting. That's the plan of creation, to be able to bring the light into the fields of existence wherever we might be creating. So now, well, here we are on earth in a body as the light. Our purpose, quite simply, is to allow this inner light of the God Spirit to guide us in its expressions. Do you not understand that you are the conduit of God's creation? Do you understand that? We are the conduits of the creation of God. That you are allowing your light to create the good, the beautiful, and the holy right in your life. That you are reflecting back to God the creative possibility of who you are. And not only are you reflecting your creative possibility back to God, but you are also, in the present moment, bringing heaven here to earth for the edification of all of us. Not only are you a reflection of God, but you also are an inspiration to everyone else, wherein we bring the light of the world, heaven to earth. You are progressing in this light, which is the basis for the purpose of creation, bringing this light of the heavenly consciousness to earth. You have progressed well. You have grown. You have grown into such a loving being of God. Yes, you have. Much to the delight of the divine, but also to the delight of others. But most of all, might I say, to the delight of yourself. Where you are now becoming that being that you always knew was possible, and now is occurring. Bravo. Bravo to you. You have consciously become the light of the world, bringing heaven to earth, happily, joyfully, wholeheartedly. This is your pivotal reality. With this understanding of your pivotal reality of being a light in the world, may I also suggest the three foundational qualities of this light. The first foundational quality is not getting trapped again. Not getting trapped again. You have played the game of separation, no need to replay it. However, the vestiges, the old energies of separation, of fear, worry, guilt, shame, they still often exist in our mental, emotional, and cellular bodies until we make that conscious decision not to go there anymore. The world presents dramas to us, that's true, but we must also learn to see that the dramas, they really are the opportunities of creative love. Any distortion is an opportunity for creative love. This is what we have come here to do, to bring heaven to earth. This is a pivotal reality, which means that we no longer see things as drama, but rather we pivot them. We pivot the drama into a creative act of love and kindness. We pivot the drama into the creative act of love and kindness. We are in the world to do what the world needs to be done, not to escape our responsibilities, but to creatively elevate them. Do you not see that your reality is pivoting from drama to creative opportunity? Your reality is pivoting from drama to creative opportunity. You have overcome the world, not to leave it, but to develop it, to bring your light here on the planet. Do you not see that bringing your light is your part of the divine plan to enlighten the material realms? You know that beautiful teaching of Jesus, to be in the world, but not of it. Dramas must be seen as opportunities, which now leads me to the second foundational quality of being the light. The second foundational quality of being the light is the quality of service. In order to properly understand this quality of service, we must clarify another teaching of Jesus. In Matthew chapter 23, verse 11, Jesus says that the greatest among you is the one who serves the needs of others. You've heard this statement many times and perhaps have been inspired by it. The surface teaching of this statement, the surface level of the statement, is to simply assist others in their needs. But I think we need to elevate this teaching in two ways. The first way, may I suggest to you that the greatest among you is not the one who serves the needs of others first, but the greatest among you is the one who first serves the light. We all know how quickly it is to want to help others, which is good. But we must first understand what the light is asking of us, rather than first asking what others seem to be asking of us. May I repeat this? We all too quickly try to help others, which is good. But we first must understand, what is the light asking of you, rather than too quickly seeing what others seem to be asking of you. The second elevation. Please hear this clearly. What others may be asking of us is not what they really need. Often the other is, in a sense, dealing with simply their own surface needs. But what they really need is our light to discern the real need, which gives them a deeper understanding than simply the surface event. Sometimes they need a pivotal reality. Barbara Marx Hubbard, in her wonderful book Emergence, says that the very best thing we can do for another is to enter their life as the light. As we do this, we first give them the respect and reverence that they deserve as a child of God. And then we must clearly discern their real need. Our agenda must first be to bring the conscious awareness of the light to the situation, so that we can adequately then serve them in what is really needed at the moment. One final note. As so many of us are very loving and kind, and we generously give ourselves in service to others, I also want to encourage you, first of all, to be generous and kind to yourself. Please take care of your human vehicle. Please take ample time to take good care of yourself, which now leads me to the third foundational quality of being the light in the world, of bringing heaven to earth. The third foundational quality is adding conscious pauses to your day. The third foundational quality is adding conscious pauses to your day. Well, this is not a new concept. It might be exactly what you need to do that you aren't doing. So let me suggest the following two situations. First, the dramas of the day, now viewed as creative opportunities of growth, occur throughout the day. And while we start the day quite well intentioned, the sheer volume of the daily opportunities can cause you to see the dramas only as dramas again and again. Thus, while we are more firmly rooted in the presence of the light at the beginning of the day, it's very important for us then to add this second aspect, this second inspiration, namely consciously pausing throughout the day. You will know the conscious pauses that are right for you. But the following list, in a sense, might present some of these helpful pauses for you. Taking a breath. Just taking a breath. Smiling for no reason at all. Placing your hand over your heart space. Using an affirmation. Thou is me is thee, we are one, thou and me. Saying a prayer before your meals. Sitting quietly. Walking in nature. And maybe just surrounding yourself with things that evoke positive feelings of the light, such as lighting a candle, burning some incense, using an aromatic oil, feeding the birds. Pause to pivot. Pause to pivot when you need to do so. In conclusion, you might be saying to yourself that being the light of the world and bringing heaven to earth sounds like a full-time experience. It is. It is the most joyous experience you'll ever undertake. It's exactly what you've come here to do. It is a full-time experience. Part-timers are more than welcome, but the goal is being a full-time light in the unfolding of heaven on earth. That's it. Being a full-time light in bringing heaven to earth. Make no mistake about this. This is what we are becoming as we pivot our reality into the light of bringing heaven into the material realms. With greater joy, greater happiness, and in loving service to each other. Let me now bring you into meditation, and what a joy it is to do so. Let us begin our meditation today happily, just happily. My feeling is that right now at this moment, you're experiencing the movement of the God Spirit right at the center of your being. Are you not? Just placing your hand over your sternum, over your sacred heart, and just feeling that energy extending from there throughout your entire being, your mind, your emotions, your body. Are you not experiencing the movement of the Holy Spirit within you, just right at this moment? Are not you just happy to be the light of the world? That you consciously have, and consciously know what the world needs, and you generously bring your goodness into your life situations and relationships. Isn't it just wonderful to be the light in the world? Would you just notice the exhilaration you're feeling right at this moment? The exhilaration, the elevation. It's so important for you to experience being the light, because it so validates the knowing of being the light. You know that you are the light, and now you are experiencing that you are the light. Knowing and experiencing the light. And did you ever think you would consciously say that my light is part of the unfolding of the plan of God? Oh my light is the unfolding of the plan of God. Oh my, oh my. Can't you just wait for the next person to ask you, what have you been up to lately? Ah, bringing heaven to earth, bringing heaven to earth. Isn't that the truth? I mean, honestly, isn't that the truth of what you're doing? You bring awareness to the planet. That is your total reality. I'm here to bring heaven to earth. I can't wait to smile that will come to you when that person is asking the question and you're ready to say, oh yes, I've been up to bringing heaven to earth. They might inquire, well, how are you doing that? How do you do that? And you might just kind of, just share these few steps with them. Well, the first thing is, I don't get trapped anymore. Yes, I have dramas. I just don't get trapped anymore. I just don't get trapped. What do you do with the dramas? I use them as creative opportunities. What others distort, I reframe. The second thing I do is I am of service. But first I serve the light and allow the light to guide me in my service. I used to just try to respond to people's needs. But now I understand that I need the light to assist me to know what they need. And there is one more thing that I do, and that is that many times during the day, I take a spiritual pause, sometimes just for a moment, sometimes longer, but I pause during the day. It helps to keep my pivotal reality fresh. It is the pause that refreshes. I have come to understand that my pivotal reality is to be a light in the world as the participation in the unfolding of the plan of God. I bet you feel terrific. You should. You've made the shift. You've pivoted into a new reality. I'm going to add one more word. Irrevocably. Irrevocably. Namaste, dear ones. Namaste.